Does my dog love me or just want food? Here's the answer. Some dog owners may ask themselves, does my dog love me? As every besotted owner knows, fur baby companions can be some of the best friends we could wish for. They love to play, get snuggly, listen, and also make us feel like the most important thing in the world when we come home to them. It doesn't take a genius to work out that we love them and their faithful feelings of love are right back at us. Or is it? As our little puppy angels aren't able to declare their undying love for us, all we can do is assume what is going on love-wise in their cute little heads. So wouldn't you really like the definitive answer as to whether your dog loves you or just wants food? Before we hit the only answer you'll ever need, let's nail the brief first. Does my dog want me or just want food? Although it can seem as if your doggy is showing you extra attention in order to get a good treat or an early dinner, you can rest assured your dog isn't just showing cupboard love. He didn't get the title man's best friend for nothing and will often display the same kind of assistance and love you would get from your human best friend. Okay, so now we've seen the quick answer, let's delve a little deeper and start by finding a little more about the scientific research behind whether your favorite Poochie shares the feelings you have for her or whether it's simply a route to dinner. Is there any scientific evidence that dogs love us? There is no greater love than the love you have for your fur baby. You show your unending love to her with treats, walks, cute little outfits, snuggles, and cuddles because she means the world to you. Right? But does your dog feel the same way? Does your pup genuinely love you, or is she simply motivated by the food you give and other services you might provide? So guessing you'd like us to get straight to the point and ease the minds and hearts of dog lovers everywhere. Is there actually any scientific evidence that dogs love us and aren't just finding a way straight to the doggy food stash? Luckily the answer is a resounding yes. Recent research and developments in brain imaging technology show that dogs not only love us back but look at us like their own family. According to doggy expert Clive D.L. Wynne in his book, Dog is Love, The Science of Why and How Your Dog Loves You, it's your furry friend's unbounded capacity for love, rather than any forms of intelligence that create the relationship between a doggy and the owner, and that love is dog's secret superpower. It is their unbounded capacity for love, not any distinctive form of intelligence, that single dogs out as a top-rated companion. Dogs rely on humans even more than their own kind for not only food and protection but also affection. How do we see that love translated into doggy language? How can we make sure that reciprocating love is a two-way street to a beautiful fluffy relationship rather than a one-way ticket to the food bowl? How does my dog show he cares? It should come as no surprise to pet lovers that dogs do indeed care about their owners, but what is more surprising is how perceptive they are of how you react in certain situations related to your well-being. Research shows that dogs may be able to tell when their owners are being snubbed by someone else, and they in turn have been known to act coldly towards those who are upsetting their owners. According to research led by Kazuo Fujita, a professor of comparative cognition at Kyoto University, tested 3 groups of 18 dogs using role plays in which their owners needed to open a box. In the experiment, it was discovered that those who were unhelpful or displayed antisocial snubbing behavior were simply ignored by the dogs as they refused to take food from them. This experiment discovered for the first time that dogs make social and emotional evaluations of people regardless of their direct interest. This kind of proves without a doubt that the love your furry puppy angel shows you aren't directly linked to a benefit such as food or treats. In the experiment, dogs watched as their owners asked for help and either were rudely ignored or received aid. Scientists describe this as a form of social eavesdropping. Interestingly, the research went on to study chimpanzees in the same way, but there was no evidence concluded that showed chimpanzees displayed this kind of loyalty without there being a benefit to them. Your dog understands your emotions, so he can show you some extra attention if you're feeling a little low and not relate that directly to his tummy. But how? Let's find out. How does my dog sense my emotions? Our beloved canine companions are extremely skilled at sensing our emotions. Let's see what a senior behavior scientist at Nestlé Purina has to say when discussing a 2015 recent study. Dogs are so good at reading human emotions that they will often pick up on subtle changes in voice intonation associated with affective state and respond accordingly. For example, they offer comfort when an owner is feeling down or become excited when their owner is in a joyous mood. It's a lot like the kind of care your best friend might show you during your ups and downs. Dogs can also read emotions in our faces, perceiving through our expressions whether we're happy, sad, or angry. That explains why your pup may be more playful with you when you're in good spirits or cuddle with you when you're sad. They sense your emotional state and respond accordingly. Just as dogs can sense how we're feeling, owners can usually identify their pets' moods based on their behaviors, too. Since our doggies are able to sense how we are feeling and show extra love when we are feeling a bit down, you might be wondering if there are any other clues your fur baby might pick up on when he's showing you love rather than finding the quickest way to the treat cupboard. What happens when my dog smells me? As dogs rely heavily on their strong sense of smell, the way they process particular odors can show correlations with their social behaviors. Animal cognition scientists at Emory University trained dogs to lie still in an MRI machine and measured their responses to the smell of familiar people as well as strangers. The conclusions of the study had some interesting findings, especially for those of you wondering whether your dog is only showing love because he wants food. When a dog smells his owner's aroma, the reward center of his brain, or the caudate nucleus, is activated. Out of all odors presented, dogs showed the greatest positive neurological response to the scent of their owner. It's a love thing. So now you know that it's possible your Poochie is devoted to you rather than simply finding a quicker way to the food bowl. You might be wondering what ways you can cement that love. Watch on to find out the ways. What does your fur baby need to show you affection? For your pet to be affectionate, she must trust you. A trustworthy owner is one who meets her basic needs, alongside treating her well. It goes without saying that you should never physically discipline your dog, scream at her or strictly punish her, or shout. Your adorable fur baby learns through gentle corrections and positive reinforcement. For your doggy to continue to show you love, regardless of whether food is offered, she requires nutritious food, fresh clean water daily, a clean and safe environment, daily exercise, mental stimulation, comforting space of her own to sleep and chill out when feeling stressed, lots of attention, good grooming routines, reasonable rules and limitations. And if you're looking for affection from her, it works both ways. Meet these fundamental needs and your dog will continue to trust you and become more loving whether or not there might be a food reward.